All right, the World Cup is upon us and we're tracking all the biggest developments coming in from the cricketing world. Over to Isha and our in-house expert at the moment, Dove. What more?
Thank you so much, Shivin. Well, after that blitzkrieg at the hands of the Black Caps last evening, well, definitely that was one interesting match to watch out for. And we will have to see what really happened there. Conway and Ravin Rachandra basically hit the ball all across the park. Well, that is something that we saw last night. And of course, we will be previewing what is supposed to be happening in today's game. It is going to be Netherlands versus Pakistan. And the good thing is that we have with us our in-house expert, Mr. Dav Whatmore. And that particular game will be happening at this particular stadium, which is the Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium. Well, as you can see on the map, this is where this important fixture is supposed to be happening. Well, Dav, your thoughts on this? Could you just take us through the squads of both the teams, Netherlands, Pakistan? Yeah. Netherlands, of course, secured their position in this marquee event after edging out Scotland, Zimbabwe and West Indies. And Pakistan, you can say, have had a poor run of form leading up to the World Cup. Could you just take us through the squads of both the teams?
Yes, Isha. On paper, it just looks like a huge mismatch. And it might turn out to be that way, but I have to say that Netherlands did a wonderful job, and associate countries sometimes have a habit of springing surprises. So, at any point of time, I really wouldn't be that surprised because it happens from time to time. It's never nice for the main team to lose, but it does occur from time to time. So on paper, it's a bit of a mismatch. Pakistan, you would say, the firm favourites today. But Netherlands could turn the tables.
Coming into the tournament, would you say that Pakistan's performance of late is any indication of their form running into the tournament?
Well, they didn't enjoy the best of these warm-up games, and just prior to that in the Asia Cup, where they entered that tournament ranked #1, they slipped their ranking because of their performances in it. And some of their main players are a little bit out of form as well in these warm-up games. So there'll be a little question mark, I guess. However, I think that it just takes one or two good performances to get right back to where they are from a confidence point of view. And that could happen today. So yes, the last few weeks to a month hasn't been that great for them, but it can change very quickly.
When you talk about those couple of performances, I am reminded of the game that we saw last evening. What a blitzkrieg, what a game that was. I guess nobody was expecting that, wasn't it?
No, they weren't. Everyone would have been surprised. Some of the pundits thought that if New Zealand were to win, they might win a close game, but not with 13 overs to spare. The conditions were better for batting in the second innings, no question. Yeah, I do not want to take anything against that wonderful performance. There's another 8 games to go, so let's be perceptive and rather than being judgmental.
So before I ask you if Netherlands likewise can pull a rabbit out of a hat, just take us through the Pakistan squad and take us through your 11 that you picked out from that team.
Well, the squad is full of options for whichever way the think tank want to go. I've actually gone for 3 fast bowlers, 2 main spinners and a third one, so 3 and 3. Afridi, Harris Wolf and Hassan Ali to be the 3 fast bowlers, and the spinners I'm going to retain Shadab Khan, who has been guilty of a little bit of out of form with his bowling. He's a very good batsman and also a terrific fielder, so he needs to improve that bowling part of his game, and he'll probably do that today. And the other spinner was Nawaz. So Fakhar Zaman, who again has been a little bit out of form, I'm going to stick with him. I'm going to have Shafiq to open with him. Now, Imam ul Haq, the third person you see on your graphic there, if he plays, okay. If he doesn't play, I thought Saud Shakil will take his place. Good young player. Then, of course, Babar Azam, Mohammad Rizwan, Iftikhar Ahmed, who is that little part-time off-break bowler who will give you some overs as well, so batting at 6. So, you know, Nawaz and Shadab Khan make up the rest in that all-rounder spot. So, you know, on paper, pretty good, particularly when you look at the opposition.
Very curiously, I also observed that you've left out Usama Mir from the lineup.
Yes, well, he was fighting for a spot with Shadab Khan, and he was brought in as a bit of insurance against Shadab. But I think this guy's got too much to offer, and I think they need to give him every chance to fail before they make the change.
Right. Talking about Pakistan's form of late, building up to the World Cup, how much is that an indication to their starting in the World Cup?
Yeah, well, a lot of...
We have the stats here. We can actually just take a look at these. They obviously lost to Sri Lanka by 2 wickets. These are their last 5 ODI results. They lost to India by 228 runs in that all-important game that we also beat Bangladesh by 7 wickets, beat Nepal by 238 and beat Afghanistan by 59. Well, but 2 important fixtures here.
Yeah, that's the last couple there. The lost, you don't like to see that against their name. Afghanistan, you would think they should beat. Nepal, surely you think they'll beat, which they did. Bangladesh can be a little difficult to play, so they beat them. That was a good result, but they lost, you know, these 2 games, which wasn't too clever, and they didn't qualify for the World Cup. And also, let's not forget, they had an injury or 2, and the main bowler there, Naseem, who's a very quick young bowler, is unable to take his place and got injured in the Asia Cup.
We've also pulled up their stats in their ODI games that they played this year. They have played 16 matches, won 10, lost 5, and of course lost 1 there. Could you speak about their ODI form this year that we've seen? At one point, they were the top performing team in the world.
Yeah, they were ranked number 1 not that long ago. But 16 and 10, not bad. You'd like to see just maybe 1 or 2 more. You're not going to win everything. It's not the worst, but I think, I thought no result, I think, instead of a loss, that you can't help. But 5, it's not the worst, but you know, you'd like to see a little bit more than 10 out of 16.
Yeah, there has been a lot of back and forth for Team Pakistan as regards them playing in India. They will be playing their first match in 7 years in India. And of course, Netherlands feeling very, very happy about having secured their spot in the World Cup.
Surely.
But we, however, also spoke to our correspondent Anas Malik from Pakistan, and he sent us a little piece on how the Pakistan newspapers were covering this all-important clash, which is about to take place in Hyderabad in just a short while from now. Listen in.
Today is match day for Pakistan, and how the Pakistani papers have been covering it. I'll just give you a glimpse of how the Pakistani papers are covering it. This is the news, and it has a front page picture of the Pakistan cricket team's practice session. If I'll just ask my camera person to walk with me, and the news has a picture. Dawn, a leading English daily, starts off with the Ahmedabad Stadium, the World Cup opener, and it says that there is no buzz fanfare as World Cup opens to empty stands. But in the sports section, it does talk about on how the Pakistani side is geared up. Pakistan Observer here has a quote from Babar Azam that says, "Babar for creating history in India in ICC World Cup." The Tribune, Express Tribune, here has reported there are 2 main leads. First is the Owen Morgan quote, which says the team that can surprise everybody will be Pakistan. Then it is the Pakistan Foreign Office's quote, which says Pakistan expects India to grant visas to our people. This is in context of that. And then our preparations have been good. Babar Azam says matches will be high scoring. So Pakistani papers, both Urdu and English papers, are covering this match ahead of when it gets underway with the optimism that it will be with a Pakistan win, so that Pakistan can start or kickstart their World Cup journey on a high. Anas Malik in Islamabad, Pakistan, for WION World is One.
Well, that's how the media in Pakistan is covering this all-important match. All-important because Pakistan plays in India after 7 years. It is their World Cup fixture. It is their opener to this marquee event. Dav has for us also picked out the key battles that we will see between the two teams. Dav, why don't you take us through those?
Well, I've got 5 here for everyone, but I am reminded before I start that everyone starts on 0 for 0. So there will be some battles. So Pakistan need to be aware that you need to do the hard graft first to get a big win at the end. So here's Babar Azam, a very good upper order player, and I've looked at a fast bowler who will be more than likely bowling at him, either Logan Van Beek or Van Meekeren, and I rather fancy that they need to keep him quiet early. They'd like to get him out as early as possible. Here's the other one, Iftikhar, who is a middle order player and who is a good finisher. He will start slowly. Very important for the inner ring to come in closer, knowing that he's not going to be attacking too early. Keep him pinned down for as long as possible. Then I have Max O'Dowd, who has been a very experienced player for the Netherlands, and he always gives the impression he's going to attack you. High backlift, and his intention is to come and attack. So he'll be matched up with a very good left armer, so he has to be a little bit careful. He's going to swing it in and bowl at pace, so you have to be careful not to get LBW or bowled. Scott Edwards is the captain of the team and a finisher. Very good sweeper of the ball and reverse sweeper of the ball. So I think that I'm pretty sure that the Pakistanis would know that, and they would ensure that that area is protected, both sides, because he's going to be very active in that area.
A quick word on his form. He's going to be there. Is he going to secure his? Has he secured his spot?
I'm backing him. Of course, he's a good player. He just needs a little bit more support and a bit of a couple of good spells of bowling. And I think he may get that today. But he's multi-talented. He can bat, and he's a very good fielder. Sure.
Dav, our viewers have been watching you through our coverage of this Cricket World Cup, and we've of course got comments from them. We're just going to take a few of those, and why don't you just respond to them?
Sure.
Let's see what they have to say. We have the first one coming in from Gaurav Gupta, and another one on similar lines coming in from PD Sundar, and Gautam Gupta, I beg your pardon, says, watch out for Vikramjit Singh. He can be a game changer. And PD Sundar says, who will win today is a no-brainer, but Netherlands have a strong team this year, thanks to players like Vikramjit Singh. Definitely votes there for him there.
I foreshadowed this boy the other day. Vikramjit Singh I've known for a little bit, and I've seen him grow up. And over the years, he's become a permanent fixture as an opening player. Opening batsman, and he's very strong down the ground. So he's got more confidence, and surely he'll give everything he's got. And I'm actually looking forward to his continued development.
Right. Okay, we'll quickly go through this, Dav. Babar Azam is in the spotlight today. Get ready for a double century. Sameer Chaudhary says that. Hamza Ali can't wait to see Babar Azam lead Pakistan to victory. While you comment to that, I'm also going to quickly ask you, can Netherlands against that pull a rabbit out of a hat?
Well, it is, as I said, associate countries from time to time, give us really weird results. And it doesn't surprise me, but, on paper, for sure, Pakistan it looks a mismatch. They should win, and should win easily, provided they don't get complacent. For Netherlands, you have to be a very positive mindset.
Right. I would love to chat more with you, Dav, but I'm constantly reminded that we will have to end the bulletin here with us. Before I let you go, quickly, who's your pick for top bowler today? This one comes in from Danish Patel, and after that, we will have to toss it over back to the next one.
Well, I'll go with the fast bowler, Shaheen Afridi. I've been talking about him for a while. I think we'll stick with that.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dav. Make sure you stay tuned to our coverage of World of Cricket on the ICC ODI World Cup. Stay tuned.